Hi everyone, I just thought I'd show you today how I cook my really simple omelette I have for breakfast. Now this is for two people. There's 4 eggs here. I'd normally have 2, sometimes 3 for myself, but this is for myself and my wife. I'm on a low carb, unrestricted, high fat diet, so the ingredients here are fine for my diet. You might want to change some things around, like keep the cream out and the butter if you don't want to eat so much fat. Okay, so in here I have some chopped fresh chives, just a small handful. Then we have some soured cream or sour cream, some butter, 4 largish eggs. On here I have some chopped mushrooms, just chopped into small sort of squares. Half of a shallot chopped up, a handful of grated, this is mature, extra mature cheddar cheese. You can use whatever cheese you like, obviously. Some olive oil. I think I've mentioned the butter. I have Dijon mustard. You don't need to add the mustard. Salt and pepper. And I just have 1 slice of ham here. I'd normally use 2, but I have run out, so I've only got 1. Just a slice of packet ham. You can also do this exact same recipe using any filling you like instead of ham. I do it with salmon, which goes beautifully well with the sour cream and chives. So just use your imagination and put whatever you like in it. If you're a vegetarian, keep it as it is, or add some peppers or something. So anyway, I'll get on to the preparation. Okay, so on the heat there, I have a tiny little egg poaching pan, I think it is, but I use it for doing this. You can use a larger pan, it's just more convenient for me. And to that, I'm just going to add the chopped shallots, and there's olive oil in there, touch of olive oil, and the mushrooms. Now they'll look like there's a lot of mushrooms in here, but this will reduce. Okay, you can put the ham in there as well if you like, and if you're doing salmon, I put the salmon in with this as well, but obviously in a bigger pan. Won't be able to fit it in this tiny pan. So I'm just going to let that fry for a few minutes until it's reduced. Okay, so those have been frying for a few minutes, so I'm just going to take them off the heat. I'm going to put those aside. They won't be used until later in the cooking process. Okay, so next I'm going to add some sour cream to my chives, and I'm just going to add about 1 and half spoonfuls of sour cream, and to that I'm going to add, if I can just find a spoon, this is just a standard, nothing flashy, Dijon mustard, supermarket's own make mustard, Dijon mustard. I'm going to add about, I'd add 3 teaspoons if my wife liked mustard the way I do, but I have to think of her. About that much, half a teaspoon into there, like so, and I'm just going to mix it all up. So there's chives, sour cream and mustard in there. Okay, so I've cracked my 4 eggs into this bowl, and to that I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of water, and this water really seems to make the eggs fluff up. And I'm going to add a dash of pepper, black pepper, and a dash of salt. And then with a fork, I'm just going to, I don't add any milk, anything like that. Because milk has lactose in anyway, which is sugar. I'll mix that up just into a sort of, it hasn't got to be perfectly blended. It's about like that. And I'll set that aside for a few minutes and get on with the cooking. Okay, so to my favourite omelette pan, which is old again, an old pan, but I think everybody's got a favourite pan they use for something, and this is my favourite one for doing omelettes. It just seems to do them well for me. I've added a small knob of butter and about half a dessert spoon of olive oil, and I'm just going to heat that on a moderate sort of mid-heat. Okay, I'll get back to you when that's nicely heated. Okay, so that's heated up, and I've made sure it's covered all the edges of the, well, you know, the bottom of the pan and slightly up the side of the pan, so none of the egg sticks. And I'll keep it on the heat. And to that I'm going to add my egg mixture, the 4 beaten eggs. This is for 2 people today. And incidentally, I've ripped up my slice of ham into little pieces. So I'm going to add the egg to this, like so. Get it all in there. There we go. And we're just going to let that sit on the heat, and I'm going to just swirl it around a bit, like so. And what we're going to do is wait for it to start bubbling up. And when that happens, we're going to add the mushrooms and shallots that we fried earlier. So this is probably going to take, oh, here we go, it's happening already. I'll turn my heat down a little bit. You see that's bubbling up there? Let me zoom in for you. It's bubbling. So I'm just going to let it bubble, start bubbling all over. There we go. You need to wait for it to get to this stage before you add the next ingredients, otherwise they'll just go straight through the bottom onto the pan. Just going to let it dry up a bit. You just use your own experience after a while. Okay, so that's ready for me to add my mushrooms and my onions too, which I fried earlier. I'm just going to add them on one side and sort of spread them around as evenly as I can. Doesn't matter if they're not even, I'll just have the side with the most in. There we are, just spread them around a bit, like so. I'm going to take the ham that I've cut into pieces and just spread that through. Zoom out a touch. Add this ham like so. Then I'm going to add the grated, no I'm not, I'm going to add the sour cream to that now. And I just drizzle that sort of towards the middle, not towards the edge where it might come out. And that's sour cream with chives and mustard. Just give it a shake to loosen it from the bottom. Oops, I missed some ham. Still got some ham on my plate. Put that in. And then the grated cheese over the top. And it smells delicious. And there we go. So I'll just keep that bubbling away at that sort of temperature for a minute or so, and I'll get back to you with the next stage. Okay, so that's cooking away nicely. Can you see that if I shake the pan, the omelette's moving around freely, almost like a pancake. The cream is melting, the cheese is melting, And like I say, I'm on a low carb, high fat diet, and my body is sort of using fat as fuel, so I need this fat. It's my main dietary energy provider, really. Right, so I've got to that stage, and what I'm going to do now is fold the omelette in two, and it's probably going to go wrong just on the day I film it. So I'm just going to run my spatula around the edge, just check it's cooking underneath, and just simply fold it over and pull it back into the middle. And I'll give that another about a minute and a half. I'm going to turn my heat down and just let it sit there for a minute or two. And if I hadn't added the water to that egg mix, that omelette wouldn't be so fluffy. I don't know why that is, but that seems to be the case. Okay, I'll let that sit for a minute and I'll get back to you. Okay, that's been sitting there for another minute or so. So I'm going to remove it from the pan, and I'm simply going to slide it out onto this plate. And then to serve it, is I'm going to put half on this plate for my wife, and she's ill. She hasn't been well, she's got tonsillitis, so I'm going to take this up to bed for her, I think. I'm going to slice it in two, just down the middle, and there we are. You know, you could cook it a bit more if you don't want it so gooey. You can see the sour cream running out. I'm going to sprinkle some fresh chives on top, just like so. I'm going to take that upstairs for my wife's breakfast. Anyway, I hope that's helped somebody, and I'll do another video soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.